This is Next Radio 2016 with Broadcast Bionics. Innovative solutions for creative people.
Thank you, thank you. What an amazing room. It's like I've been shrunk and dropped down a Victorian toilet. It's amazing. So I'm here to talk to you today about YouTubers in general. My name's Josh Divney. For the last 2 years, I've been working on this. This is Serial Time, and it is a YouTube breakfast show, kind of like a single visualized radio show link, put out on YouTube every single weekday. I can't really explain it now. Come to me at lunch if you want to know what that's about. So YouTubers are the people I do it with. I do it with Jimmy0010 and Charlie is so cool like. They're the whole reason I have this job. And they're pretty great. They've come sort of a long way in 10 years, and 10 years ago was when it started. What was I doing 10 years ago? I was listening to Blink-182 in my room. I was playing guitar along to songs by Blink-182, and I was painting my nails black like Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. I was, unless I could only find the high-gloss nail polish, then it was a bit more like Moitya from the Sugar Babes. Good look. What was Charlie doing 10 years ago? Here's a bit different. He was in his room filming himself on a webcam in largely legal ways, which is the main thing. And back then, you really wouldn't have been able to work out whose time investment was going to pay off. Mine, Charlie's. 10 years down the line, Charlie has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube. He's written and directed a number of short films, and he has a book deal, whilst I am still technically unemployed as of a few days ago. Great. So I'm going to be talking about, Cliff actually made some great points about why YouTubers should be on your radio stations. They have that golden under 25 audience, and popping them on your radio station makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to be talking about how to get someone like Charlie on your radio station. Starting with this, pitching radio to YouTubers. I was at VidCon this summer. VidCon is the world's largest YouTube convention and conference. So it's YouTubers, fans, all in LA, having fun for panels. I was talking to a YouTuber there, and their shtick is very much moaning about things. They love a moan, moaning about quinoa, moaning about salad, moaning about non-food items as well, actually. So the topic of moan on that day was a brand deal. Very complicated thing sometimes. It was a £50,000 brand deal to deliver 3 videos. And the point of contention was that the client had said, you know what, don't worry about a deadline. Deliver it any time this year. Oh, that's annoying. No deadline. And that's the kind of thing you're dealing with. They can sit in their room and attract deals like this. How are you going to sell radios to them? First off, speaking to people who've been on the Radio 1 Takeover show and other radio stations as well, there are 2 things that definitely don't work and 2 things that definitely do. 2 things that don't work. Your brand and heritage of your station, they don't care. I know you work very hard on it, and I'm sure it is a cool brand, but there's no station in the UK as cool as YouTube right now. And number 2, audience. They know why you're getting them on their station. Don't try and turn that pitch around. 2 things that definitely will work, though. A future. How long can you feasibly sit in your bedroom, being a young person, talking to young people about young person's issues? There must be a time limit on it, so offer them a platform and skills to go beyond that. If they have skills in new and old media, that'll be a real thing to have. If they want to leave YouTube at some point, or if they have to, it pitches them outside the world of YouTube, and there's great value in that. Another one, creativity. This is kind of, when I talk to people about this, they assume YouTubers are incredibly creative, and they definitely are. But I think radio as an industry is so much better. I'm going to play a clip now from Alfie Days. He's one of the biggest YouTube vloggers in the UK, and in this video, he is going to be drawing his YouTube friends.
We're going to start off with a very, 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 very sexy picture of Mr. Joseph Sugg. Are you ready? Oh my God, Joe, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. What am I doing?
But let's listen to some amateur radio, some good amateur radio from Student Radio. It won an SRA award. It's the Harry Whittaker Show. The team have worked out a way to decide if students should and should not use companies around the town.
We sing the start of it down the phone to them. If they sing it back to us, then we use their business again. If they don't sing it back to us, we never use their business again.
Calling Streamline Taxis.
Good evening, Streamline.
I came in like a wrecking.
Hello, Streamline.
I came in like a wrecking.
much richer. There's a reason to why they're doing it. There's an arc. There's a payoff at the end. That idea is so much better, in my opinion, than Alfie Dave's video. They're both great, but that was a rich, brilliant idea. And that's what radio is great at, turning out every single day of the week. So pitch to them that. A YouTuber will never say no to a good, free idea. Next up, we have power. What do I mean by power? I sort of mean power, autonomy, creative control, ego, working with YouTubers in general. When I was at VidCon again, it was shortly after all the really sad, tragic attacks in America. So security was rightly so, like sort of almost doubled in cost, I think, for the convention, and YouTubers were asked not to go out on the floor of the convention for their own safety. And that worked for 2 days. Because there's only so long you can be in a panel room that's half full giving a speech, whilst your friend next door in the panel room has a full room giving a speech. That length is 2 days. Then, on the third day of the convention, the biggest YouTubers in the world were finding a reason to go out around the convention floor, getting a nice coffee, getting some food, with their sunglasses off, to meet their fans in an unofficial way and get that ego boost. I'm not going to tell anyone in radio how to work with ego. You are good at that. I'm sure there's a number of presenters here or that you've worked with who would put themselves at mid to high risk for a bit of attention, maybe turning on some badly wired town Christmas lights in a torrential downpour. That must have happened. So I'm not going to tell you about that, but what they are used to is they have that ego talent, that's totally normal, but they are used to complete autonomy and creative control over what they do. They write everything themselves, they script it, they shoot it, they edit it, and they publish it themselves. And that will get in the way of you making radio with them. So you need to clearly define what you're great at and what they're great at, and outline it in a contract from the beginning, and also demonstrate what you are fantastic at so they don't feel the need to come over into your realm. That will save you an awful lot of time from my experience. Also, we're on to that, and now I go into my mind to find out what we're doing next. Vlogging versus presenting. Vlogging may look a lot like presenting. It's to a camera, it's speaking. They're not the same in any way. So vlogging is often, in case you haven't seen one before, single sentences or single phrases linked together in post-production, so they won't often talk in a long-form way like presenting. If I wanted to make my 4-year-old niece, Rosie, do a vlog saying Donald Trump is handsome, intelligent, and frankly doesn't go far enough, I absolutely could. I could do it tomorrow. I just need some time. And I do actually have a bit more time, so maybe go and subscribe to youtube.com/rightwingrosie for more of that hot content. But yes, while she could do that great, worthy vlog, she couldn't present a show on Fox News, despite that being quite a funny idea. Presenting's so different. They aren't used to telling stories in a long-form way and giving the payoff at the end. They aren't used to reading and presenting at the same time, multitasking. My point here, basically, is expect to coach them from the ground up. Because they've done some vlogging, don't necessarily assume that they will be able to present. And so just to recap my points, how to get a YouTuber like Charlie on your radio station. Number 1, make them want to be on radio. They may very well not want to be when you first meet up with them. Number 2, clearly define who does what. That will save you so much time in the long run. They're used to having complete autonomy over the creative process. And number 3, teach them how to present, or expect to. They may be great from the offset. There's a chance they might not be. Right, that is me done. So I'm going to go start my video streaming service exclusively for Blink-182 fans. I am taking some investment, so come find me at lunch. And yeah, that's me done. Thank you very much.
This is Next Radio 2016 with Broadcast Bionics. Innovative solutions for creative people.